Welcome to WoolTalk. My name is Anne Kalliomäki. I'm a story designer from Finland. This time on WoolTalk, I will be talking about story identity. We have already talked about what is storification, how you can use story tree to define the story elements for your core story. We have talked about what is core story, and now today we are talking about story identity book. So in the storification method that I have created, I see that the company should create kind of identity around the story. And the story identity book is basically a little bit of same kind of thing as the brand book. But in storification, we are very much aiming to create the customer experience into a story experience, and also using the little details and storylines of this dramatic storytelling art. And in story identity book, what is in it? You need to have your story tree. There is your core story. There are your characters written out. What are the characters that you will be using in your storification process in your company? In story identity book, you define what are the story themes. What kind of themes are there that are can be found from your core story that you are now starting to use in your storification process in your company? And then you need to define the basic guidelines, how the story will come alive in your company. So you define how will you start turning your marketing communications into a story? How you will start using your core story in your marketing communications, in your selling also, and in your communications in general. And then you will define in the story identity book, how will you use your story when you are creating your service environment into a story? How your digital and physical service environments are starting to turn into this engaging story stage. And then finally, in the story identity book, you need to have guidelines how you will start to turn your products and services and the service process itself into a story. What are the basic things and the first things that you will start to do when you start creating the story experience? That's what you need to have in your story identity book. That is kind of the, the basic guideline for your work when you start creating the story experience. So this was WoolTalk this time, and see you next time.